I'd like to just welcome everyone officially. I'm Gail Tamarchio, the Director of Wellness Initiatives for Friends Life Care. And this is our fourth and final week of live meditation with Cindy. And as I was saying earlier, for those of you who just joined us, all the meditations will be on our website, friendslifecare.org, and they're also on our YouTube channel. So if you would like to continue meditating, and we certainly hope that you do, please feel free to jump on there. And we also have a 6-week series that Cindy did back in April talking about the tenets of mindfulness. So please check those out if you want to continue with this. And Cindy, okay, so I'll give it to you. And then as usual, I guess you're going to end it, and then we won't say anything at the end, just so you can kind of continue with your meditation or just kind of leave in a Zen-like state.
Okay. Thank you, Gail. Good morning to all of you. It's great to be here with you virtually, if I can't be here with you in person. Today, as Gail said, this will be our final in the series in July. I would definitely entertain doing it in the future if there was interest on all of your part. So I would suggest if you have any questions, if you have any comments, that you leave it in the chat section, and Gail can get that and we can discuss that after this meditation. As Gail said, we're not going to come back into a talking mode like we are right now. And I've chosen to begin and end this meditation with a chime. So when you hear the chime at the very end, that will be the indicator that the meditation is over. For those of you who want to continue in that state and meditate on your own, that is why I leave you at that point. And for those of you who need to go on with your day, just like Gail said, many of us have already had a flurry of activity. And this is 15 minutes for us to just be here in the present moment, do something that's good for our spirits, good for our minds, because of course, after you hit end, you might be back into the flurry of life again. And speaking of flurry, that seems to be kind of our daily living. There's so many unknowns still. We've lived for months with unknowns, and there's still quite a few. And so I want to do a meditation with you today that really helps with grounding. And really, once we do this meditation, you really are attuned to do it ongoing. In other words, once you have the visualization that we will do, you will be able to bring that to mind and feel that groundedness once again. So I just want to put that out there, that this is not just a once and done. This is something that you're attuned to once you've done this. So we're going to start with the chime, and we will end with the chime. And I hope that you can relax and enjoy this meditation. And just notice how you are holding your body in this moment. If your spine is not straight and erect, I would ask you to sit or lie in a position that supports the practice. I also ask you to either close your eyes or divert them down to have a gentle gaze so that you're not distracted by images around you. And we'll start the meditation by taking a deep breath in, feeling the lungs expand to the extent that is comfortable for you. And then taking an out breath, letting the air leave the lungs, allowing your body to cleanse in this manner. And continue to take a few more deep breaths at a pace that's comfortable for you. No need to judge whether you are doing it right or wrong. As long as you are doing what is right for you, it is just fine. And I invite you now to have a vision in your mind's eye of a mountain. Perhaps one that you have seen in person or in pictures, or perhaps one of your imagination. And I invite you to see this mountain from afar. Notice its lofty peak, the sides and overhangs of the mountain, and then the deep-rooted base where it connects to the earth. See how steady, unmoving this mountain is. In your mind's eye now, come closer to the mountain so that you can see some of the details on your mountain. Perhaps you notice shrubs or trees, greenery of some sort. Maybe there are beings, little animals scurrying on your mountain. Just notice the details up close. Are there pools of water or streams flowing? Notice that up close, everything is changing and moving on your mountain, and yet it stays rooted and grounded through it all. Now, pulling back so you can see the entire mountain again, I invite you to bring the mountain into your body in your mind's eye so that your head is the peak. Your arms are the sides. Your legs and feet are the base that's grounded to the earth. Become a living, breathing mountain. And in the fall, things start to change on the mountain. Leaves start to change their color, different hues. Beings start to scurry to prepare for the winter, and some leave. But through all the changes of fall, mountain is mountain. Grounded, rooted. And the sun is now lower in the sky. The leaves have fallen off the trees and winter arrives. And there are the storms of winter. Some are gentle. And then there are the fierce storms where the winds howl and everything has to just stay in its place to weather the storm. And yet through it all, mountain remains mountain. Strong, steady. The sun is higher in the sky. And the water that has been frozen starts to flow. Some of the beings start to scurry again on mountain. Some return and others do not. The leaves start to bud and open up. Flowers start to bloom as spring arrives. Mountain is still mountain. And the days become longer and warmer, and everything is in bloom. And there's lots of activity on the mountain in the days of summer. And regardless of whatever is changing and evolving on the mountain, mountain remains mountain. You are like mountain. You've seen many suns and many moons, lived through many, many seasons and seasons of life. Some of those seasons have been bountiful. Some of them have seemed like the strong storms of winter. And yet within you is that steady place, the core of you, that has remained steady, still, unmoving. As we move through life, everything external will change, but we will always have that core, that steady, strong place within. I invite you to release the image of the mountain in your mind's eye, but retain that sense of groundedness, that sense of stillness, knowing that you can always tap into that, regardless of what's going on externally. Whether you can change the external movement or not, you can remain grounded. Now I invite you to come back to the breath and notice if your breath has become shallow or remain deep. And I invite you to take a deep breath if it's shallow. And a deep out breath. Now just check in and see how you're feeling in this moment. If you notice any tension or anything within you that you would like to release, I invite you to release it on the next out breath. Just have a vision of letting go of that which no longer serves you. And if there is something that you would like to nurture, a state of being, peace, love, acceptance, whatever that might be for you, I invite you to breathe it in on the next in-breath. Just in your mind's eye, see it filling every cell in your body. Allowing yourself to feel renewed, assured that you have an inner strength to tap into anytime you need. And we will sit in silence for the end of the meditation and then ended by the chime.